Brooks Orpik had part of the pinky on his left hand sliced off during the Stanley Cup Final. And he didn't miss any playing time. Let me repeat that. Orpik lost a part of his finger, had it reattached, then casually helped the Caps claim the first Stanley Cup in franchise history. It kind of fell off, Orpik said with a smile on breakdown day at Kettler Capitals Iceplex on Wednesday. Orpik on his finger, it kind of fell off. Also, an unrelated hand injury he suffered in the Columbus series might require surgery. Hockey players, man. Howler received a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. Earlier in the game, Orpik scored his first goal since 2016. It probably looked worse than it was, Orpik said. It's tough to look at. But the trainers did a really good job. It was never something that I thought would keep me from playing. Hockey players, man. More Capitals coverage. Caps GM Brian McClellan said he anticipates opening contract talks with pending free agent John Carlson in the coming days. McClellan also said on Wednesday that he's hopeful of working out an extension with the 28-year-old. Carlson led all defensemen during the regular season points with 68, 15 goals and 53 assists, and again in the playoffs with 25 goals and 15 assists. His average ice time in the regular season, 24:47, was tops on the Caps, and it also marked a career high. I thought he had an outstanding year, played great in the playoffs, McClellan said. I'd really like to have him back on the team. We're going to be limited to a certain extent to what we can offer. But hopefully we can find a spot that satisfies both parties. Brian McClellan on negotiating with UFA John Carlson. Talks have not started. Carlson earned $4 million this season and could stand to earn double that in his next deal. Helping the Caps is the fact that the salary cap ceiling is expected to rise from $75 million this season to between $78 to $82 million next season. But will it be enough? All depends. We're going to be limited to a certain extent to what we can offer, McClellan said. But hopefully we can find a spot that satisfies both parties. Carlson, who is among the few players who makes Washington his year-round home, said he wants to stay with the Caps but understands that business is business. I love it here and all that, he said. I want to stay here, but there's more to it than that. We're going to try. Brian McClellan on re-signing Barry Trotz, who is set to become a free agent. This is my home base and obviously the guys that I've been around, the experiences we've had. I love the area and this is all I know. More Capitals coverage. Barry Trotz just coached the Caps to the franchise's first Stanley Cup championship. But as the players and coaches scattered across the globe following breakdown day on Wednesday, Trotz still had not signed a contract extension. I do want to be back, Trotz said at Kettler Capitals Iceplex. There are some things that we have to work out. I've talked to GM Brian McClellan. If we can get them worked out, then there's no question. I do want to be back. Barry Trotz on his future in Washington. He's a free agent to be, but says discussions an extension with GM Brian McClellan have begun. He did, however, express his affection for his players and the comfortable situation that his family enjoys in the Washington area. I love the group of guys, Trotz said. I love the situation I'm in with the team, with the location for my special needs son and wife and all that. All of that's in place. There's some issues that we've got to just work through, and we will. Asked if he intends to make any changes to staff of assistants, assuming he resigns, of course, Trotz would only say, there's a few issues we have to go through. Trotz, who ranks 5th all-time in wins, becomes a free agent at the end of the month. And considering the fact that the 55-year-old just had the best contract year a person in his position could have, he's also in line for a big raise. We're going to try. I talked to Barry this morning, McClellan said. I'll talk to ownership over the next week or so, and continue to discuss everything, and we'll see where it goes. We're going to try Brian McClellan on re-signing Barry Trotz, who is set to become a free agent. If both sides come to an agreement and it works, it'll work. McClellan has a few big decisions to make in the coming weeks, with the draft and free agency looming. At the top of Mac's to-do list, however, is closing a deal with Trotz. More Capitals coverage.